Hi Pisces, welcome to your daily reading. I hope you're doing well. We're going to have a look and see what Pisces placements need to know at this time for their highest good. Keep an open mind. These are still general, so take what resonates as it resonates with your situation. If nothing makes sense, feel free to check out any other video on the channel. Your messages could be somewhere else, so trust your own guidance to take you to them, okay? If anything stands out in any other video, thumbnail, title, anything, trust your own guidance and go check it out because it's probably where your messages are. I'm posting a little bit later than usual. I had to wait for my migraine to calm down. So here we are. Thank you all so much for your loving words and your beautiful comments and your messages of support and encouragement. It really does make a big difference to me, so I really appreciate it. And even if you don't comment, you just turn up, or you like a video, or you subscribe, or you just send me positive thoughts, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. All right, let's see what's going on for Pisces placements at this time. What do you need to know for your highest good? Okay. We've got a bit of a, what do you want to call it? Muted tarot deck today. You'll see what I mean. But it's quite beautiful in its own way, so I hope you enjoy it. And I can manage the lamp, fingers crossed, today. So let's see. Bottom of the deck, Pisces, Three of Swords. It's almost like a black and white one, but not so much. There's a hue to it. Three of Swords, heartbreak, heartache, disappointment, breakup, separation, longing for something you feel you can't have. That can also come up as that. Sacrifice, making a head over heart decision with the Three of Swords. So let's see what's going on with that, Pisces. We have the World, a cycle. So Three of Swords with the World card can talk about a bittersweet ending. Because the World is successful completion, we're happy about it. We're happy where we are. We are happy with our efforts getting there. We're happy with, you know, who we are becoming as a result of all the experiences we've had in this cycle in our lives. But the bitter part of it can come from, well, now we have to move on. Now we may have to move, travel, relocate, leave people behind, leave places behind, leave routines behind, okay, to match the new direction we're taking, okay? So let's see. The challenge, yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. All right, Pisces, so it's very clear to me. We'll see what else comes out, but today's message focuses on successful completion, new beginnings, and we're just experiencing the happy feelings, but also the not so happy feelings that come with that, right? The bottom line is there's some sort of big accomplishment, big completion in your life. Very successful, okay? This isn't something that you feel like it's happening to you, you have no choice, and you're sad about it, and you're depressed about it. And this is something where it's like, yeah, I worked really hard to be here. Yeah, I can't believe this is over. You know, I can't believe I did it. And then now it's like, well, now everything's going to change. Is that type of moment, right? Six of Pentacles in the foundation. I feel like for some of you, this also has to do with the fact that you've paid off a debt. It could be actual debt, financial. It could be karmic. So you've paid off a debt, therefore a family situation came to an end, okay? Whether that means you're not as close, or you are now going to be closer than before, or there could be long-term relationships kind of disintegrating at this point because they've served their purpose. You've paid your karma when it comes to that particular person or that particular type of situation. You've learned your lessons, paid your karma, and now it's time to move on. This could be retirement for some of you, quite frankly. This could be completing like schooling, right? I get like your dissertation or PhDs, or just completing school, college, a course you were on that meant a lot to you. And you put a lot into it, a lot of money, but also blood, sweat, and tears, right? But you've paid off your karma. You've literally learned some lessons. Or this is where you pay off your student loan, right? It could be that kind of thing. And now you don't have to pay that money. That money doesn't have to go out every month. You have it to spare. You have it to reinvest in other areas of your life, okay? It could be something along those lines. Ten of Cups in the recent past. Definitely something has come to fulfillment, fruition, completion, okay? And the world in between, it's time to move on. It's time for something new. It's time for the next step. And again, it's that bittersweet energy there. What's on the mind? We have the moon. So it's like, well, what's next? Where do I go from here? This is a great time for just self-assessment, self-reflection. Where do I want to go from here? What do I want to do? But it's also, don't allow your feelings to cloud your judgment. Don't allow your feelings to make you double, what am I trying to say? Is double guess? No, what am I trying to say? Second guess. Sorry guys, migraine. Don't allow your emotions, or other people's emotions rather, okay, to make you second guess yourself. Yes, it is time to move on, Pisces. Yes, it is time. Yes, you have completed this. There's nothing more there for you, okay? From this point on, it would just be stagnation. It would just be plateau forever, right? Until it slowly starts to decay, and then we get into other types of situations. So let's see what's going on today. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Nine of Cups and the Lovers. So Pisces, this tells me that you're very happy. You've made up your mind with the Lovers there. You know where you want to go from here. You know what is the next big commitment in your life, okay, with the Lovers, whether that is job, career related, romance related, where you want to take your relationship. And if it's in existing relationships where you're happy and you're building together, this is where you've come to that point where you're solid enough to break away from family, to break away from community, to break away from what's been familiar to you, and go your own way as a couple, take things to the next level as a couple. But yeah, it involves somehow leaving behind the familiar, okay? But yeah, I feel like don't let other people, what they think, how they feel. It's okay to acknowledge how everyone feels, but it's not okay for them to pressure you or make you feel obligated in any way, because remember, you've paid off your karma. You've paid off your debt, whatever that may have been. Even if it's you kept a promise, you fulfilled a promise, okay? So you're done. You're meant to be freed from this commitment. You're meant to be freed from this bond. So don't allow other people's opinions and other people's feelings, okay, with all the swords, get inside your head, get under your skin, cloud your judgment, make you feel like, am I really making the right decision here? Because you absolutely are, Pisces. It's time for you to have your own wish fulfillment, okay? So whatever you were doing up to this point, and if it's you and another person as a unit, whether it's business partnership or romantic partnership, whatever this is, you were doing somehow for other people or for someone else, okay? Because you made a promise, because you made a commitment, because you signed a contract, because it's an obligation, whatever the case may be. Now that you've paid that off, you've fulfilled that obligation, okay? You're meant to have individual wish fulfillment, something just for yourself, to walk your own path. Okay, for some of you, I'm getting a specific scenario where someone gave you your big break and they trusted you and they gave you a job and you did an amazing job, and now someone's scouting you, and it's like they can't, even though they gave you the initial opportunity, they can't really continue to build you up, not to the level that company B could do for you. So there comes a time when you both have to just shake hands, wish each other well, be appreciative for what you had together and what you accomplished together, but understand that you're no longer aligned, okay? It's time for you to go your way, you to go your way, okay? And there's nothing mean about it, there's nothing bitter about it, it's just time with the World card. This is just what it is, okay? I don't necessarily see other people guilting you. Rather, I see you telling yourself, Pisces, that, oh, people are going to be hurt. People are going to feel a certain way about it. I'm not saying they're not, but I feel like you're making it worse in your head. Give people an opportunity to encourage you. Give people an opportunity to support you, okay? Is also what I want to say. So let's see. Let's get more cards out here for Pisces. I hope it's okay. I'm going to try to keep it a bit shorter because I don't want to push it. Okay, so let's get more out here for Pisces. The world in the current situation, the Knight of Swords. Things are moving fast. Things are picking up speed for you here. With this new cycle in your life, you're going to have to hit the ground running, okay? The Ten of Pentacles in the challenge position, we have the King of Cups. Something could be coming to an end in terms of business, in terms of family life or romance. This could be involving another water sign. Either this is the new option, or this is what you're leaving behind, or this is your energy, where again, it's a maturing energy. You've reached the culmination of the Suit of Cups. You've mastered whatever this was for yourself, Pisces, okay? And again, I get this feeling of whatever you've been doing up until this point, it was for someone else. King of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. It was for someone else. The focus was someone else. You were providing. You were taking care of everything for them. You were going above and beyond. They were your drive. They were your motivation. Whatever the case may be, right? Or the promise you made to them, the commitment you made to them, the contract you had together. And now it's just time that because you fulfilled that, you've paid off that debt, it's time for you to go your own way. Okay, Six of Pentacles and the Foundation, the Queen of Cups. You're now aligned with something else, someone else. And there's nothing, you know, it is what it is. Like it's what's meant to happen. Because we're meant to grow, we're meant to change, we're meant to evolve. You know, so it's a natural cycle. It's a natural transition. The Ten of Cups in the recent past, the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you've either already left something or left someone, or you've made the decision to do so in the recent past, which is why you've kind of been in your head a little bit about it. But yeah, something... You remember when I was saying that it's reached its culmination point, from now on it would be plateau for a while until it started to decay? I feel like for some of you it had already started to decay. Okay, and the joy was not there anymore, the happiness was not there anymore, the love wasn't there anymore for the thing, the person, what you were doing. It was an obligation, but it was depleting you because you felt it very strongly as an obligation. Like, I don't really want to be here anymore, but I have to because I made this promise, or whatever the case is. And I feel like what's happened, or is in the process of happening, is cutting ties, moving, transitioning from one thing to another. The Moon on the mind, we have the Tower. If you've been in your head about this for quite some time, this is where you're saying enough is enough with the Tower. Enough is enough. This is where you take action. This is Mars energy. I want to caution you also with the Knight of Swords, the Moon, and the Tower. Emotions might be running high. I don't see this as you. I see you like sit and chill. Like once you've made up your mind, you know that's the right decision. And you're fine. You're at ease. You're at peace with this decision. I'm not saying things around you are peachy keen, but you're at peace that this is what needs to happen, right? But other people around you, emotions might be running high, okay? So that's not to say walk on eggshells. That's not to say change your mind and don't do anything because this person's going to have an opinion, or these people, whatever the case may be. But this is to say be mindful, because the Knight of Swords can also be kind of a blunt, kind of a direct, you know, once you made up your mind, you're like, I'm out, I can't, that's it. I'm not even going to try to have a conversation, right? We can get like that. It can get like that depending on what you've been through. But this is telling you, make sure you just wrap things up properly and calmly. But for the most part, the way I'm seeing that is getting out of your own head. The end of waiting. This is impulsive action. It seems like it's impulsive, but it's actually been something that you've been preparing for consciously and subconsciously for a very long time with that moon there. And I feel like something around the full moon, and I think we're in a full moon energy when I'm recording this, is what has given you that complete clarity, but also the drive, the courage to stop overthinking and to just get going. Okay, Pisces, that's what's happening. And remember, full moons are times of completion and release. So I feel like that's exactly what's going on here for you, Pisces. So let's see, Eight of Swords, Nine of Cups with the Lovers. We have the Devil, the Seven of Swords, and the Empress. I feel like, yeah, see? You have been... It started off as paying... It started off as a promise. It started off as a choice. Something you were happy to do, something you were happy to get into, something you were happy to be a part of. But it turned into something that bound you, that restricted you, that confined you, something oppressive, something controlling. And with the Seven of Swords, you tried to kind of run away from it for a while. This can be self-sabotage. This can be avoidant type behavior. This can be, I don't really want to face this. I'm not ready for that type of confrontation. But what has become more and more clear to you, Pisces, with the Empress is that either you don't need this other person or the other party to be successful. And for others, it's actually not only that you don't need them to be happy, successful, and fulfilled, but actually they're holding you back somehow. They're dragging you down somehow. Okay? You've been giving away your power. Willfully. Seven of Swords tells me that you're aware of this. It was a choice. And it might have been a good strategy at some point. It might have been what you needed at some point. But what is now being reflected to you very clearly is that you want more. You're ready for more. Okay? And what else for Pisces with this energy here? Where is Pisces headed? The Four of Wands, the Temperance energy, and the Six of Wands. Yeah. New commitments, new partnerships that are in alignment with the new version of who you are after this massive completion in your life. Okay? That could be a new job, higher position than what you're leaving behind, some sort of management leadership type position, or where you have a lot more freedom and a lot more independence to do the job the way you want to do it, to do your hours when you want to do your hours. You know, it's a lot more flexible. It's a lot more free flowing, easy flowing. Okay, it blends well with what you need and the company needs. You mesh very well. Okay, you complement each other. Same thing like a new relationship that can form now, where you blend together very well. There's chemistry, there's passion, there's love, there's respect. It has a lot of potential for the future. And you're now free to pursue that. You're now free to move closer to that, to entertain it, to have some conversations, to have some negotiations, okay? For others of you, this is where you start your own business because you're ready. Or whatever, however it resonates with you, for you to walk your own path, to do what makes you happy just because it makes you happy. And dropping some sort of dead weight. But it's not just dead weight. You chose to be there because there was a debt to pay. There was a promise to keep. There was a commitment to keep. There was a contract. Okay? And while it had gotten either stale, stagnant, or just going downhill, and it was getting more and more stressful for you, you soldier on, you powered through, you kept your promise. And as soon as you got to this point where you kept your promise, you did what you said you were going to do. You went past the expiry date of that contract. You saw it to conclusion. Or where you feel like you're in a position where if I were to leave now, they would be okay. Where for the longest time, maybe it was like a codependent situation where you did everything for them. And so maybe what you've been doing is kind of pulling back slowly so that they can figure things out for themselves. Same thing if you're moving away from family or if you're moving away from community where you did a lot for them, right? In the recent past, you've been distancing yourself slowly but surely, still keeping your word, still being present, still being available, but also kind of teaching them how to do things for themselves or putting them in contact with other resources, other people, so that now you feel like you can walk away and they'll be okay. Everyone will be fine. You've done things the right way, right? Because you're headed towards something that is fulfilling for you. It's personal fulfillment. 9 of Cups. Under the 3 of Swords, Judgment. Yeah, you've made up your mind. You went back and forth about it. It took you a while to make sure that's what you want to do. There was guilt, you know, because it felt like you were sacrificing something. 9 of Wands, you held on to the situation for as long as you could. You didn't really want to face it, or you didn't want to have the confrontation, or you tried to keep your cool until the end of the contract or until the end of whatever, right? But you were being depleted. It wasn't making you happy. It was just a bond, a responsibility, okay, with the High Priestess, something you felt you had to do on a spiritual level. And you manifested a lot of new beginnings for yourself now. See? The Magician, Page of Wands, new energy, Ace of Pentacles with the Knight of Cups, some sort of proposal, some sort of offer, new beginning happening here, job, love. After this change in your status with Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And the Sun card. That's where you're headed. Okay, Pisces? So that is what I'm seeing for you at this time. So what's going to be happening is you're having the conversation. of, you know, this is what's going on, wrapping things up, and then the conversation in the new direction to start things up. You're in that transition phase. That's what's happening today. So anything to do with that sort of transition type activity is what's happening today. This could be celebration, send-off parties, retirement parties. Okay. Because it's like a mix of tears of sadness and tears of joy at the same time. And I trust the process, these two. Okay. I trust the process of life. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. There's a rhythm and flow to life, and I am a part of it. Life supports me and brings to me only good and positive experiences. I trust the process of life to bring me my highest good. So it's just time to plant new seeds. It's time to shift course, to invest somewhere else. What you've been doing has reached its completion point. It can either do it on its own from this point on. You've served your purpose, you've kept your word, you've paid your debt, you paid your karma, okay? Or you've served each other's purposes in each other's lives, to hold hands and support each other as you're building each other up, or anything like that. And now everyone's ready to stand on their own, you know, on their own 2 feet. Or at least you are. Loving others is easy when I love and accept myself. My heart is open. I allow my love to flow. Again, the word flow. Freely. I love myself. I love others, and others love me. Again, don't be too hard on yourself. People are really supportive of what you're doing. They want to see you happy. And whoever this influences, this can be self-sabotage, where you're telling yourself, I can't do this. I would be betraying people. Would you really though? Where does that come from? Is that really your responsibility to bear? What tells you that it is? Because it's coming from within. Where does that come from? Right? So there could have been some sort of, I don't know if you sat with a therapist or a counselor of sort, or a trusted friend, confidant, and you had these types of conversations to where you now can love and accept yourself, and you realize what is truly your responsibility and what has just been a burden because you told yourself you had to do it. And now you're questioning that, and you're realizing, really, do I really have to do it? No, not really. Okay, so then I can release it. Okay, and it's this time of release, and you're starting new things in your life. Okay, so that could be what's going on. But definitely big changes when it comes to love life. Big changes when it comes to career path. And it has to do with you being in the flow of things. It's a natural transition that you're going through. You're in the flow. You're allowing it. For a long time, you blocked it or held yourself back from it, or kept it from happening one way or another, for whatever reason. Okay, we're not going back there. There was a reason. You had your reasons. But now you're ready to embrace. Now you're ready to allow this flow. And it's taking you to personal fulfillment, something that you do for yourself versus something you've been doing for others or because you told yourself you had to. Okay? Pisces, beautiful reading. Beautiful reading. A sense of freedom is what I'm picking up, a sense of flow, and happiness and excitement because you're headed towards something that is a big, big wish fulfillment for you. Okay? All right, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope this reading helps you. I'm looking forward to your thoughts, looking forward to your comments. Take care of yourselves. I hope you're well out there. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.